Hey there, we're gonna work on wire sculpture. And what I wanted to show you is to use the internet. And it's hard to see with this tilt, but there's a fish. And I'm gonna look at that fish, and if you look up wire sculptures, those words, and you type them in on the internet, you're gonna see a bunch of different options. And I'm gonna use regular wire cutting, pliers, and I'm gonna start the shape of my fish by just bending the wire. There's also something called twisties, and you twist it. Twisties are coated in plastic. You get them at Michael's Crafts or online, and that is more of the wire without as sharp of an edge where you'd want to use it with younger children. It's plastic coated, and that's what my bracelet is made out of. So let me show you that. As I'm twisting and bending the wire, you can make jewelry. This is jewelry making with twisties, the colored wire where I put a bead on both sides. And this wire is just regular wire. You could even get it at hardware stores. So I'm gonna twist and I'm gonna bend it in and out. So this is how you work with wire sculpture. You have to use your brute strength, your fingers, and you have to kind of get them a little callous, and you keep wrapping the wire around to make your wire sculpture a little more dimensional. And then if you don't want it to be so weak, you have to do it like you would in a sewing project, where you have to sew in and out. You have to kind of weave it in. Now it's still wobbly, it's moving around. If you don't want it to be so wobbly, moving around, weave it through again and pull it so you have kind of like a twist, the way you do a twist tie. All right, so that's my fish is coming, it's coming kind of wobbly, because what I have to do is I'm gonna make a fin by twisting through. I'm trying to show you very closely so you can follow along. You could be making your animal or whatever it is, if you're working on planets, whatever your theme was for your hanging mobile, and you want to twist it around. Now I'm going to leave a little bit that's not twisted that I'm going to use with one of my beads. Okay? So if you are working with a color scheme, think about that, what color bead you want. I think I'm going to go for green. All right? And I'm going to probably work with the earthy colors because my theme is nature. I'm going to put that star on there, and how to get it to stay, you have to kind of get the wire and twist it around. Remember, like you do a twist tie for your bread so it stays fresh. All right, now this looks kind of sloppy. How am I going to get it to look like a fish? This is where you're going to use your fingers, pinch. Some people like to use pliers at this point and pull it out a little bit and make it a little sharper, the edge, but you have to be careful. If you have needle nose pliers, those are better for making edges sharper, but your fingers work just the same. If you pinch and pull, if you want it to be pointy, you could pinch it. If you get a low enough gouge, if you get the wire that is not really strong, you're going to be able to, and if you're your teacher, you're going to have this wire that you could just pinch with your hands and make it pointy or thick, or pull it out, and you'll be able to work with your image that you want to create. All right, so this is my fish. I'm pulling it out a little bit. I want it to be like boo 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 boo, it's swimming in the ocean. And what I'm going to show you next is my hanging mobile. If I'm your teacher, you know we've been working on Alexander Calder, the inventor of the mobile, inspired hanging mobiles. So this is the plan of A, your clay sculpture. All right, there's my little clay sculpture bead. B, anything you find, like recycling's encouraged. This is, ooh, can you tell what that is? I'm not going to tell you. And see your wire sculpture. Next, we're going to be launching into paper and origami folding for yet another thing on our hanging mobiles. Over and out from my art class. And do you know her? Don't forget the paperwork. Yes, your plans.